In this video, I'm going to show you how you can calculate cubic roots in your head. Why would you ever want to do this? Because you will encounter this problem on some math exams which you are going to take, where teachers don't allow the use of calculators. The second reason, and far less important one of course, would be because of the TV shows where children ask questions to politicians. The Education Secretary of UK, Nicky Morgan, was on TV and part of the hot seat. A 10-year-old asked her the question, what is the cube root of 125? She has refused to answer any math questions on TV, and I don't care to understand why. But if she had known the trick in this video, she could have answered it very quickly and done many more math problems. In order to apply this trick, you first have to memorize the cubes of each number from 1 to 10. The cube of a number is the number multiplied by itself 3 times. So we are going to make the little table here with numbers and their cubes. Of course, we are going to take numbers from 1 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the cube of 1 is 1, the cube of 2 is 8, the cube of 3 is 27, the cube of 4 is 64. I'm going to write the cubes of all numbers from 1 to 10. The cube of 5 is 125. The cube of 6 is 216. The cube of 7 is 343. The cube of 8 is 512. The cube of 9 is 721. And the cube of 10 is 1000. You might know some of these numbers, but if not, to do this trick you'll have to memorize these 10 numbers. Now that we have written down all of these numbers in the table, I want you to focus on the last digit of the number of the cube. And I will now add another column to our table which will have the last digit. What is important here is that each of these 10 numbers ends in a different last digit. This information is extremely important in doing this trick. This is another piece of information that you have to memorize. So when you memorize these 10 numbers and their cubes, you should also remember their last digit. A neat trick to remember this is that for the numbers 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 and 0, the last digit is the same as the numbers. And for the numbers 2 and 8 and 3 and 7, the last digit flips. The last digit for number 2 is 8, and the last digit from number 3 in 27 is 7. Of course, the last digit for number 8, which gives the cube of 512, the last digit is 2. And the last digit for number 7 with a cube of 343, the last digit is 3. Let's see how all of this works on an example. The question is, what is the cube root of 39,304? The first step is to look at the last digit. The last digit of the number 39,304 is the number 4. As we have the last digit to be 4 in our table, that corresponds to the number 4. So we write down the number 4. The second step is to ignore the last 3 digits of our number, which is 304. So, in the number 39,304, we are going to ignore the 304. The third step is to find the closest cube without going over. We are left with the number 39, which is between 27 and 64. That means that it is closest to 27 without going over, which means it is closest to the cube of 3. And that gives us the final part of our solution, which is number 3. So this is the final answer. We put the numbers together and 34 is the cube root of 39,304. Now the question is, why would this ever be useful? Here is one idea what you can do. Ask someone to pick a number from 1 to 100 and just think about that secretly. The key part is that they don't tell you the number. Give them a calculator and tell them to cube the number which they have imagined. And now, once they have cubed the number, they can tell you what that cube is. Using the method which I have just taught you, you can find the cube root of that number. Let's work out one more example. Imagine that your friend who you are playing this game with has imagined the number which has a cube of 636,056. You are going to look at the last digit of this number, and that is 6. When the last digit is 6 in our table, that corresponds to number 6. You are now going to ignore the last 3 digits of the number, and that leaves you with a number 636. That number is between the cubes of 8 and 9, so you put down 8. As you can't overflow. And there you finally have your answer. The cube root of number 636,056 is 86. So this is the number that your friend has imagined. When you memorize this table, you will be able to perform this method very quickly. Let's work through one more example. We want to find the cubic root of the number 185,193. So the number we are interested in is 185,193. The last digit of this number is 3, and in our table that corresponds to the number 7. And as you remember, 3 and 7 flip. We are going to ignore the last 3 digits of our number. We are focusing on 185. 185 is closest to the cube of 5 without going over. That gives us the answer of 57. So this is equal to 57. Thank you for watching. If you have liked this video, then I suggest that you watch this one next. Remember to like, share, subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you in another video.